Hi there, this is Steve from Stow & Show. We're out here at Cadillac today. We're in the back lot, so it's a little more confined back here. So this is doing a fitment for the 2025 Escalade, Cadillac Escalade. Unfortunately, they put a sensor down in the lower center, so we had to do a new fitment for this. And they also make an electric one, which is a totally different fitment than this one. So this fitment we're doing today is only for the 25 Cadillac, not the 24 and down. That's another bracket. You can see the sensor in the lower grill there. And then even off to the right, there's another sensor. So we get them mounted on the passenger side here. So yeah, they made us jump through a few hoops, but we're going to go ahead and show you how we fit it, and we'll get started on that, and I'll turn it over to Mike.
All right, thanks, Steve. Well, like Steve said, this is going to be a no drill. So this is going to be a little tricky because there's like a whole bunch of fasteners down here, but we're going to be using these two fasteners right here. So you have two here, and then you have one here and one over here. But we'll have this video and we'll have pictures, but you're going to take these factory screws out, and we're going to be putting them right back in. So that's the good news. You don't have to mess with anything else. But again, like I said, it's kind of interesting. Now this fitment's going to be a combination of these two factory screws along with 3M tape. So you're going to take these screws out. Then you're going to take an alcohol pad and you're going to clear it. If you want to know where to, I'll take the base out. If you don't want to know where to clean, you can just set this here, and then that'll give you an idea. You know, you're going to clean this area right here. So clean that with the alcohol pad. Then normally you would take the 3M, the protective film off, and then you would go ahead and put this on. And like I said, the screws are going to be doing the majority of the work. It's just because it's a little longer fitment, and with the screws being so far back. And see, I'm kind of leaving this hang down, and then as you tighten it, it'll actually pull the 3M tape into place. But once you, oops, I didn't have that one started very well, did I? So we'll grab that one and start it again. I got the sun in my eyes, so it's hard for me to see. There we go, got it. Thanks, Steve. Steve blocked the sun for me. So now we're going to go ahead and tighten these up. And like I said, as you tighten these up, it'll actually pull the tape up against there. And so again, like these are going into a metal J-clip, so don't be afraid to tighten them up. I grab it up by the head of the ratchet to make sure I don't over tighten it, but that's pretty tough to do when you're, so like I said, you get that a good snug, and you can see I'm snugging it up there pretty good. There's this one here, it can go a little tighter, and yeah, that one's nice and tight, and you can see that that's good and tight. Then all you're going to do is take your front plate, start it in, you hit the pull pin, push it till it clicks into place, and you're done.
Okay, and remember, periodically you want to make sure that you lubricate your pull pin. And we've had a lot of questions about some of these contactless or these just water car washes, and as long as nothing is going to contact that front bracket with your license plate on it, that would be fine. But if you have any brushes or rollers that are going to go over that, you're going to need to remove that. Otherwise, there's a good chance it's going to get damaged. And then let me show you what looks like from the front here. And then there's the front plate. Your license plate will go over that, and you can see it's off the passenger side. We're trying to avoid all these different little obstacles with sensors and so forth. So that's what it looks like, and this is just for the 25 Escalade, not the 24 down or the Escalade IQ, the electric. That's a different bracket. So that's it.
We're going to now show you how to mount the license plate to the front bracket. You're going to take your plate, take the screw, put it through the plate, Then line it up on the bracket, like so. Put the nylon lock nut on it. Now the nylon lock nut will have a nylon ring and then no ring, so the ring goes to the outside. So when you put it on, make sure the ring goes to the outside. And then take your 10mm socket or wrench, if you have just a wrench, Phillips screwdriver, and just tighten them up. Ring in there is going to keep it from rattling off. So there you go. That's what it should look like when you're all done.